Hello everybody, I am Rosalia Pereira.
And I am Mario Pereira.
Welcome to the Detalles. Today we are going to show you how to strip varnish or paint out of reclaimed wood.
We found this one at a Savage antique place, and we're going to be showing how to build our vanity mirrors.
But that's going to be for our next DIY project.
Which will be there, correct?
Yeah. So what do we have here? We have the stripper.
Paint stripper or varnish or shellac stripper, cheap brush, putty knives, steel wool, of course, gloves, mask, rags, eye protection.
And also I cut the rags really small because when you get the varnish off, the piece of wood is really slushy, gooey, so you just fold it and get rid of that.
Right, you scrape clean your knives, your putty knives, and get rid of those rags.
Yeah. So sometimes also when I'm stripping, I use a painter's tool. It's like a little spatula to get on the smallest places.
And I forgot to mention, we also need some paint thinner or mineral spirits for cleanup.
Okay. Will that be enough for now?
That should be enough for now. You don't want to pour too much of that at the same time.
Okay.
So work in small areas at a time, and don't get impatient about doing the whole piece at once.
So make sure you shake it well before you pour it, and also have the protective gear. So tell me a little bit about stripping versus sanding.
Stripping will be preferred when working with older reclaimed wood. And the reason why is that there is a very good chance that that piece being so old has some kind of lead in the finish. Anything built before 1978, there is a high chance that it has lead in it. So we're applying the stripper to avoid that creation of dust from sanding that you can breathe easily.
So the first step will be applied one generous coat of the stripper on the wood, and I've already done that. So Mario's gonna demonstrate here how to do a small piece excuse me, how to do a small piece and how to apply it.
Yeah, first of all, you want to apply this in one direction. Always the strokes go in one direction. Do not come back like this. Just keep going in one direction and apply enough. Be generous with the amount of material you put on it. After applying all that, usually it takes about 15 minutes for the stripper to start acting or reacting with the finish, and then it's very easy to remove. Sometimes they require more than one application, so be patient, work one small area at a time. Don't try to do everything at once, because it really doesn't work well. Now it's been about 15 minutes since we put the stripper on the wood, and I already started working a little bit of the area here. And here you're gonna need your rag and your putty knife and start removing the stripper and the finish. And you go one area at a time. You don't need to rush it. This stuff works pretty good. It's actually kind of relaxing doing this stuff.
So you have to work in a well ventilated area, right?
That's correct.
Make sure to have a lot of open windows and don't get any kids close to you. And even though this is safer than sand, Then sanding still has a little bit of fumes, right?
Yeah, the strippers have fumes too, and you need to keep that in mind when working anywhere. Yeah, you need a lot of ventilation and like you saw earlier, gloves and eye gear. You don't want to splatter any of that stuff on your face,
yeah,
or your skin actually.
and don't get close to it. I mean, try to be as far away, your nose far away as you can from the piece.
Yeah, if you wear a mask, you can wear a mask, but keep in mind that you need that air moving.
What I like to do sometimes, I have a lot of tools like this. This is like a small spatula for paint, and this is really easy when you're working on little spaces like this. It removes the ones in the middle.
That's right.
And I really enjoy this tool. And these are you can buy these tools in any craft center, and they're not really expensive. They're about $2-3 each. So you can think of investing in one of those.
Another thing is steel wool. You can use steel wool to help remove some of that stuff. And here's how that will work. When it's still kind of fresh, you run your steel wool, and it takes a lot of that stuff off.
And you are also going in one direction, right? You're not going back and forth because you're going to leave residues on the
you want to keep it going one direction.
But you do that after you remove the first big slush, right?
Right. Yeah, this is pretty much the last resource here before you have to go to a second application that you'll see in a minute. This process, again, remember to go in one direction and apply enough material, plenty of material actually. It works much better that way. Now that we have removed the second application of the stripper, we're going to clean it up with paint thinner, and that way we'll neutralize the chemicals on the stripper.
We use this reclaimed wood to make a mirror, and that will be our next DIY project. And for more DIY projects, please subscribe and follow us at detalles.com. Thank you for watching. Until next time, make it beautiful.